What's up, y'all? Today we're talking about the brand new Iron Banner pulse rifle, the Forge's Pledge. Now you're probably wondering, how did I get this pulse rifle when Iron Banner isn't even out yet? Well, if you held on to one of your old Iron Banner bounties before Season of the Lost and it was completed, and then you popped it as Season of the Lost began, you were given the chance to roll one of the new weapons or armor pieces from Iron Banner. You still rolled some of the old stuff, but I got lucky and got one of the new weapons, which is the Forge's Pledge pulse rifle. Ended up getting surplus rampage with the stability masterwork. So all in all, these rolls are pretty good. This could be essentially, a 3, maybe even a 4 out of 5 pulse rifle in terms of what you can roll with the Forge's Pledge. So we win to Iron Banner with this weapon. And when I compare Iron Banner weapons, especially pulse rifles, I always compare it to the Clever Dragon we had in D1. I don't know if you remember that weapon, but that Iron Banner pulse rifle was by far the best Iron Banner pulse rifle we've ever seen in Destiny to this date. And in my head, I was like, maybe the Forge's Pledge will live up to what that pulse rifle says as standard for time to kill, or just being a really excellent pulse rifle. As I used the weapon more and more, I kept using it even after creating this gameplay for the video. And the weapon itself has the ability to 3 burst, almost 2 burst people with rampage, but the weapon just feels kind of clunky. As you run around, as you scope, it sways a lot, and it just does not feel like it moves with your Guardian. It feels like it's kind of holding you back in fights. It doesn't have the ability to 1v2, 1v3. It's really a 1v1 weapon, and you can't really maneuver and really utilize your movement in gunfights as you're using this pulse rifle. Maybe I'm just using it wrong, but as I kept using it, I felt it through and through. It just does not feel like you can move and use the pulse rifle as a whole. By that, I mean you kind of have to be stationary. You can strafe, but you can't really slide or run or slide to start engagements with the pulse rifle. I know that's not what pulse rifles are for, but not being able to utilize your mobility in Destiny 2 with a pulse rifle just kind of puts you at a loss. You're going to lose a lot of gunfights when currently in the meta, fusion rifles, hand cannons, SMGs are really ruling the field of PvP. So that puts down the pulse rifle pretty low on my list, just because of that factor. You just can't use it in most of the gunfights you're going to be in during today's sandbox for Season of the Lost. Now, that doesn't mean it can't potentially be good in the future. As we know, Bungie nerfs and buffs things all the time, and sometimes things randomly just become god tier in the sandbox. So I would still recommend going for one of the best rolls you can possibly find for the Forge's Pledge when Iron Banner comes out, and just hold on to it. It's still worth getting. It's a really cool aesthetic looking pulse rifle with the thing they're going for in the Season of the Lost. But I would have to give it a 4 out of 10 in a rating system of what I would use it in PvP. I personally probably won't ever use this pulse rifle unless this archetype or 390 RPMs get a buff or get kind of sort of a change in the utilization for PvP. But until then, the Forge's Pledge is going to sit in my vault. But I hope you guys find a really good roll and you hold on to it, because one day it could be good, but for now it's going to collect dust. Hopefully you guys have a good one, y'all. Peace.